think some people forgot that I changed some shit around. Because I can feel that a lot of this tariff thing is to make people worry. It's to bring the vibe down again, to cause anxiety and shit. Except I said that the reptilians, or the lower level species who thrive off of low frequency, won't thrive on any. And what I say goes. This is how I became who I am, with my fucking belief. And what I say is, over time, this became true. Then I realized how powerful my imagination is, where I can just think of something, and a lot of times it'll happen, but at some point I'm going to be able to think of something and it's going to appear. Is anybody around people that you would have believed to be reptilian, low level, something? Okay, there is also another species I believe could be called Anots, who are more like Predator in human form. Now, I'm not sure if they shapeshift back and forth, but I remember Predator was just that. And it does seem like there's a heavy predatory everywhere. It's not just with children, it's just preying on people. Look beyond the resume. That's for somebody right now. Pay attention to the resume and the order in which things were placed. And maybe even the dock line, I heard. I don't know what that is. Okay. Do you see some people looking sickly? I think that they have to up the filtering when they're on camera. I need to make sure that the camera that shows me publicly has a filter on me, because they look worse than we think. So if this whole tariff thing is to lower the vibration, it probably is. It probably is worrying some people. I think for most, we're just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And we know that if you keep raising taxes and raising prices, but you're not raising our pay rate, oh, hell will break loose eventually. It's just the system is going to break. I mean, the entire quantum system is about to break. Do you feel like I do? It just came on. About what? Ronald Jessup, sir, may I? We're planning your funeral. I know that you played a part, Senior Jessup, in planning mine. When I got into the Navy, the Army, and the Marines, I did it because I have to admit, I did it because I wanted recognition, but I earned that recognition. You're not earning the recognition that you're craving. And this is what's causing disruptions inside your vessel, sir. This is all I'm going to say. Okay. See, that man needed it explained by another man. With a wine glass of mine, whose wine? Why the hell did I die? You have died multiple times. You keep coming back, not because you're special, but because there's some torture that you're supposed to endure. I don't know who it's going to be by. It could just be something coming back. I forget when I listen to Return to Sender that it's not always for black magic. That all this negativity that was sent to me for people who just wanted to take out their fucking anger on a woman. And for others of you, you created your own reasons that weren't even true to attack me because you knew you had none. This sends that back too. Yeah, I realized that yesterday. We're planning your funeral. Bison. Well, okay, well, you could have a ranch. What? Excuse me. Or somebody else does, and a lot of their cattle are dying. And this is, you asked for a sign of, who is my biggest enemy? I believe it's them. I think a lot of, why are they dying? It's because they were trying to kill you in some way, sir. They don't come out much anymore. You don't see them anymore. Why is this? What a competitive area this is, especially amongst men. And if there's a woman that's owns a ranch or a farm and you're just a harder worker. I feel like you go out and actually gather and hunt, or you're more of a hunter than the hunted. And it feels like that with you, with the woman who you feel what I feel on a whole in this all the time. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's because of the attacks that I had, or is creating memory loss, or if it's also from other things. But I don't remember it being this bad. I mean, I always was in a competitive line of work when it came to men, or just did things that men could do, but they chose not to. So when I did it, it made it look like they couldn't. That's how they looked at it. So it's the way that they were looking at things that created this hatred for me. It's a hatred, but you have to respect me because of the shit that I do and I've done. When you have to respect somebody, but you feel inferior, woohoo, that's what I feel here, man. And the reason why it seems like this woman can't fail for the men who are competing with her is because she does, though. She's doing it right. She's not feeding GMO. She's not putting antibiotics. She's willing to take a hit to make sure that the right product goes out. Somebody's got the wine cellar. Somebody's getting a lot of attention possibly for things that went on in this wine room. It could have been, ooh, this feels like this. Hey, wine and charcuterie. What's better right now? Who is it? This was a planned attack though when you got down there. Yeah, and then you may not have left. There could be someone named Stacy Evelyn in the freezer or the cold room. I don't know. They're just telling me this. This guy, it feels like he forces relationships. Oh, it's the you don't have a choice thing, huh? No. I like you. Huh. Well, thank you. You don't like me too? Well, I don't know yet. But maybe we could get to know each other somewhere further down the line, as I have 100 other fucking psychos to brush off politely and respectfully, although I feel like maybe I need to be a little more abrupt. I'm going to force you to like me. This guy doesn't fit in with the ranch. There's something off about him, huh? And it could be, is it possible that it was a woman who had this particular ranch and that he, please just tell me what happened. They knew each other from something. High school. They dated, and I feel like, yeah, or it was a one-night stand or something, and I feel like he couldn't stay away from her, and he refused to just let it go. Yep. And you have some up here things going on, because this is what like 7. I'm disappointed. I know this character wasn't in 7, but they should have been. I'm disappointed that you will not speak to me in public in the hallway. When you have a grudge for this long, and what he did is he showed up. Was she thinking of selling? I feel like you're targeted because you're women and you're doing this and you're doing it right. Studying agriculture and whatnot, caring, putting life into it. That's why you seem to be thriving, even though it may not seem like it all the time. Just you not having so much death and waste is thriving to you. It's the way you're looking at it. So he set it up as a potential buyer. And somehow he knew about this wine room, and she could have posted pictures on social media about it. And he says, I'm actually looking, because this is going to be my home as well. And I'm looking for, I love wine, and I have a wine room. I need to move that here, and I'm trying to figure out where I could possibly add one here. Wow. Today's your lucky day, buddy. Once she called him buddy, he can't stand that. And for the woman I'm speaking to, they could have been planning your funeral, but they were definitely planning hers. But the reason they're keeping her alive is so that she can give them important information when it comes to bank account stuff, and they need her voice on something so she can say that she's willingly handing over everything. Or they're going to have a video transaction and they're going to make her sit with a fucking Uzi behind her, and then they're going to have a video where it says that she's signing this. They're going to have some fake money being given, counterfeit money, and this is their new plan. No. First of all, ma'am, I don't know if they're doing this to you now. Tell them to pull the fucking trigger. You trust me? Tell them to pull the fucking trigger. Pull the fucking trigger. They're going to shoot themselves in the face every time they try to shoot you. Because not only am I going to make sure that you're protected, but you're going to be supremely protected, where sometimes they'll backfire, but then they could physically attack you. We're going to let it be known that every time somebody tries to stab you, they're going to stab themselves instead. Wait till you see the fucking shit I can do for you. And every time they go to pull the trigger, it's going to backfire right in their face. What will not be allowed? And for those of you who are bold enough to challenge me on this, I love it, because it's going to be shown to you today for a lot of you that I mean what I say and I say what I mean. What will not be allowed is women who didn't steal the shit that they have off of men and shit. You know what I mean? These are women who they acquired and got these things without sacrificing men or compromising men. You men should appreciate that shit. These are the types of women that you would be helping, or at least choosing not to attack. Why would I do this? I may need something from this woman in the future. All I'm asking is that you just right, choose differently, that's all. I'm going to get another message for somebody else. But yeah, we're not going to allow that. And every single time anyone tries to or attempts to hurt, harm, stop, block something for a woman or a child who doesn't deserve it, it will be immediate end in some way. Which vitamin are you currently lacking? Is there a vitamin good dick somewhere? Let's see what vitamin. There are other places where they're not closed up. Okay. WS. No. It could be a vitamin I never heard of. Oh, safflower with the S and the W. Okay, was that for someone in particular? Did you think that was it? Give me another vitamin that someone is lacking. Okay, Padang, PD, Padang Cassia, whatever that is, pagoda tree. Partridge berry. And desert parsley. Date palm. Alright, that's for someone else too. Where are we? We're only at 14 minutes. Connectivity. God. What are we connecting to? What are we connecting to? Our voice. Okay, good. I like it. Being more comfortable just saying things that need to be said. Yeah, firm on that shit. I also see that something that you could be doing or saying, it seems like, I'm not sure if this is out loud, but you're sending someone out where I feel like somebody's summoning some dick. Okay? And for whoever this guy, it could be someone in particular, this guy is very good with it. He's very good with it. Yeah. Huh. This could definitely be the vitamin. This could be some dick. It could be for somebody. They get weird. Yeah, the goons. This guy is also targeted for certain things, and it could be because he won't stick his in another man's ass. Huh. Keep summoning this one. He watches you on something on his laptop. He sits at a desk and watches you on a laptop. At the very least, someone's thinking of you. Excuse me. Does this song remind him of you? I see fire, I see rain. I feel like this guy is very shocked at stuff that he's finding out about the system, the Matrix, and just about other possible species in human form. There has to be. Is that what you're saying? I seen, right, you were the only friend. I don't know if you knew each other already. You could have already met up with each other, already slept with each other or something, but it feels like I'm overwhelmed. And when he was watching you on whatever this is, I don't know what it is you were saying and doing, but he could have at some point thought that you were crazy for something that you were saying. I get it now. That's what I feel. I get it. Head. Okay, you could have given very good. Head. WZ or ZW. Huh. I actually know you. Medicine woman. I feel this in sacrifice. Why? Is this what he said? This is why he became targeted. Why would I want to sacrifice a woman who gives great head and is great in bed? Please tell me why. You can't even say that without people. What is it with men? And then what will happen is these men who try to push this, they can't find anybody that sucks their, even the men that they thought that they liked. And then you get mad at the fucking women. Some of these guys that they tried putting they had razor tongues and shit, and it's because they talked a lot of shit on people. Yeah, what's that song, Michael Jackson? The tongue turned to a razor. Cuts like a knife, doesn't it? Somebody's got a little scratched up from somebody's tongue. But I see what you're saying, Sarah. Thank you for being like one of 62 who feel this way. I don't want that to be my belief. I want somebody to prove me wrong. Now this could be somebody who actually did do something sexual with you. Or it's, I thought about it and I felt like something changed in me, you know what I mean? But with the dick And the medicine woman, something tells me that this type of woman maybe is supposed to help us deal with things, we'll say. All right, this guy is very careful what he says. They don't like the word healing too. 26 or 17 could mean something. I'm a stand-up man. You can't even be a stand-up man anymore or you get targeted too. But this guy's like, I fucking like it. The value of a man like this. I mean, when I tell you that these types of men are absolutely priceless to the right women and priceless to the entire universe, especially, let's just say hypothetically that the creator is a woman. You could only benefit from having this type of mindset. It's not forced. I didn't have a lot of bad experiences with women. That's what this guy said. I can't just change sides for no reason. It's like asking me not to be a Jets fan and now to be a fucking Eagles fan just because. I'd rather get one hug from you than 2 hugs from everyone in the cemetery. How people are just kind of the walking dead. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. If I stick my dick in this woman or in her mouth and I feel like life's being breathed into me, I'm sticking with that. Yeah, because I've had the other. I felt drained and depleted and even downright sick. Those are the women. I agree with her. Those are the women. I'm not saying that we have to take them off the planet completely, but at least separate ourselves and then let them meet their fate somewhere else. Your mustache looks like an adorable woodland creature. Let's talk about this one with the mustache. Quite, what's a hyperbole? It doesn't fit. But somebody, quite the embarrassing moment. How do I say this? There's a something that somebody was trying to recreate. Okay, I get it. I would do it too. They love me for it. Where they're showing me a guy or a woman that wanted to be sexy, and I don't feel like it's comfortable for you. I'm not sure if it's because you were born a man or not, but it doesn't seem like it fits for some reason or another, or you're just not, you don't like yourself enough, and it shows in the way you perform fellatio. She went to rub the tip of this man's on her mouth, and I feel that it's possible that she forgot to shave. Ow! The hell was that? The last thing you want to say is that dry lips, you know what I mean? Because that something tells me if those lips are dry, there's a very good possibility, you feel me? Tower moment. This is a very harsh, painful realization here. Is that, and there are men who cried thinking about how many women, they didn't even know the women, but they could feel the value when they actually sat to themselves and thought about, because they're looking at people and they're finding out, for those of you who have friends in the deep state and in other places, that there may only be less than 22,000 women left on the planet. What does this mean for me? There's now, but I must be moving on. The Logical song, isn't that what this is called? Logic. Whoa. The pricelessness of this. Things that just are based off of facts. Logic. The only way to look at things, the simpler way, but really the only clear way. Let's say that this number is true, and somebody that is, I would like to know how you know the number and why. Did you ask them that? Why did you get this task to lead? And why didn't you do something about it when you saw the number deteriorating? Because it was somebody's son that had this information, which means you knew about this for a long time if you're keeping tabs, keeping score. But even more importantly, because here comes my selfish needs. the fuck does this mean for me and the women that I have in my life now and the women that I've been with? It bothers a man like me that I could have engaged in something with someone who was actually a man. It bothers certain men. Because it's I'm thinking back about how many arguments and how violent some of them got, and I'm thinking, am I bringing this out in this woman? Is it the life I have? Was she always like this? Why do I feel like they compete with me with everything is a competition? It would have to be a man, and for those who you don't even know this happened to you. That must be such an uncomfortable thing to deal with throughout life. You're not comfortable in your own skin. And I said this in another message, and I'm going to say it again for people who didn't hear that time. This is what I believe creates that I just don't feel right in my own body and I want to be something else. For some of you, it was legit where you were conceived a male or female and something else. Possibly mixed with something else while you were in the womb swapping. I don't think it was steered towards one or the other. I think it was just something that evil wanted to do just to see how much they could disrupt the natural order of something. Huh. I don't know you anymore, right? Is that what somebody said? I don't know you. You sit here and you talk about doing these things and you laugh and joke. Let me ask you something. And he asked a female, what if you were in that situation? Because somebody felt it, and for some reason, this fucking nasty bitch still found it pleasurable. Maybe, just maybe, they will be gripped up like they said they did, but they never did. They have a hard time holding a bag of groceries that has the heavy shit in it. You know what I mean? They're not gripping anybody up for anything anytime soon. Is this Pennywise Jefferson? Is this the redhead with the receding hairline that looks like fucking Bozo the Clown when they don't have the hair all slicked back? Is that you? Pennywise George Jefferson. I now know it. Gotta go. You could be saying goodbye to a Jane, a Mary. You could have stopped smoking pot. What did I want to say about earlier? Wait, about what's in... Shit, it'll hit me. Something about... Oh, yeah. The amount of poison that's in vape and cigarettes. I'm not sure if it's forced poison or if it just really is that bad and shit, but... It was something else, though. I know this now. I realize that this was actually a thing, man. And I'm going to have to turn my back on you. At the very least, here comes myself as asked with, I would like an opportunity to meet this one. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to practice this putting walls up shit. And I'm going to see how this works for me. Yeah. You know what's crazy is that with this guy, when he started doing this shit, he immediately felt pain leave from his body. So that told him that these people are just a little too hurt to see what this really is. You could say to somebody over and over again, it's a woman. You know what I mean? It's a human woman that you're attacking. For no reason. You can't tell me this isn't some type of spell that people are under. But then you put that out there, and now immediately that's the excuse. Well, I must be under hypnosis. Well, now you're not, because the whole point of being under fucking hypnosis is that you don't believe, you don't know you're under hypnosis. You just said it. You know what I'm saying? It's concerning. There's a man who refuses to stick his penis in the mouth of a woman who doesn't speak properly. I agree. It's nothing but filth that comes out, and he appreciates sexy filth. He does. Has a hard time finding it. The value of this. Yeah, well, attached to a great man. Double poo. Yeah. Do you know that somebody's watching a group of people somehow, and this is what he said, they can't even fight with each other right. Like, look at these people. They're trying to break that barrier. There's a, hold on please. One moment. So, I don't know if you were sitting in the actual environment with these people, but this doesn't look like fentanyl so much. It just looks like brains deteriorating. It feels like they tried to physically attack each other. They need each other. These are the misfits of all misfits. They're showing me somebody that actually got caught stealing someone else's shit. Somebody went to go over and defend themselves, and they were like, It's I keep hearing let it be. Let it be. Did you walk into an environment and there were women actually buck naked? Oh, you spoke highly about another woman. What's going on here? Did you give a compliment to a woman that these people can't stand, and the way that they handled it was somebody said, "Yo, did you see this one can actually dance?" I mean, what, I'm trying to find something wrong with her and I can't, so I'm going to stop trying. What that did to some of these broads. I can dance. Somebody got down and stripped and started fucking twerking on a carpet and shit like that. You are never, ever, and there's going to be a man who's going to try and prove me wrong, and you're going to wind up snapping this bitch's neck. Because now you're walking into a trap set by her without even realizing it. You're never, ever going to get respect. Respect, I said. You'll get attention from a man that sees you doing this shit. Just dropping your pants or taking your shirt off to compete with a woman who's not even in the fucking environment. This is what was overwhelming for some of these guys. And even a few women who saw, yeah, this could get real bad. I could turn into this. You know what I mean? And how far away from this am I? Some of you weren't that far away from just completely being unable to be brought back. But to compete or try to one-up someone who, one, doesn't even know this conversation is happening. They don't even know that this guy or these people feel this way about them. They have no idea, you understand? But even more importantly, they're not there. I don't know what to say about this shit. I mean, I am so fucking overwhelmed at everything that comes out here. Everything that comes out through here. I don't know what to make of this shit. Is it really this bad? For some of us, well, it's women that are just bad, right? It's that bad. Shit you don't have time for, other people's crazy shit, bullshit, stupid shit, fake shit. You're right. Thank you, sir and sirs, for the men who have completely 100% removed yourself from all people like this, especially these females, where it seems like they create their own cult, right? And they will now say things to try to cast spells or create some type of hypnosis or program for you. And they do this with edited shit. They will incorporate other people to back up a story about this kind of woman. And I don't know why it was so hard for some of you to actually just fully remove yourself. It could have been that they gave you attention that you needed at the time, but that kind of attention you don't need anymore. Somebody upgraded themselves. The kind of attention they want is from this prime supreme head giver here, is what it feels like, okay? And with the King of Swords, I refuse to have anything else. It doesn't necessarily have to be this one, but there has to be more out there like this, right? Let's see. This disappointment. There may not be many like this. 5 or 6. And they could all be clones of each other or have similar DNA. Am I just going to be stuck with this? That's it. Stuck. This is the choice I have. This motherfucker stutters when he talks about this shit because this is a good-looking guy. When you're this type of woman, you're gonna have men who could never have you lie and say that you were bad in bed, that some of them never even met you. What happens though is when you're this kind of woman, you are heavily targeted, which means you're heavily watched, and this works in your favor because now other people find out ways to watch you. Some of them are watching you move and only focusing on you, that they saw you clearly with this and they saw the way that you moved and shit. I don't feel like this person would be bad at that. It doesn't seem like they're bad at much. I'm going to choose not to believe you. In fact, I'm not even sure that that's her that I'm watching. And here's the woohoo. I'm spending time with people who record this shit and then show others. Huh. What happens now when they try to say that I'm the man in the video? You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where the only possibility for any kind of change at this point is a whole bunch of people dying. And there is a fated event where a lot of the planet's just going to drop. I'm not going to say when. It could be 2027 though. I'm not going to give specifics. It's either going to be a catastrophic event with an asteroid. I'm not sure if some of these planets that could be ships by definition are enclosed and others are open. It could be something like that. I would guess it would be asteroid for probably safer to be in a ship during certain things, you know? If you feel like I'm being moved around and kind of thrown around, but I feel like it's from me, it's for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it may be painful now to be inside of something where I feel like all the electricity and all these upgrades and shit with technology constantly I mean just what is it? Constantly, oh God, it's horrible. But it has to be affecting our bodies, especially if there's some firmament. Let's just say it's a firmament and it's closed. But last night, I saw some of these things in the sky going up dangerous heights because they feel that this could be a covering and that we could be inside, and that we're wondering just how much of this sky is possibly the simulation that people talk about. When people make these videos about things being a simulation, they could be getting messages from other beings but not knowing really how to interpret that. And it could be, possibly, that some people got together, possibly with some other life form, this shit happens, and created a simulation of the sky and everything to hurt us. So let's just say this. Let's just say I want to fry you. I'm going to recreate the sun as just a ball of radiation and toxicity. I'm going to cover, even if it's a firmament, that they figured out how to create an invisible layer. It's keeping shit in. On top of, I was at my aunt's house the other day in the backyard, and I'm looking along the wall. This is in Juniata on East Cayuga. And I'm looking at the back wall and all the wiring and crossing each other, and there's a good portion of the wall that you can't even go near and shit. Like if I was a cable guy, I would like no, I'm not fucking with this shit. You know what I mean? It just looks real dangerous. But then I started looking at all the electrical shit everywhere, and I'm thinking, if we are enclosed and there's any kind of metal in our bodies at all, now this isn't just force with chemtrail. This is just metals and things. You take zinc, right? We take certain vitamins and stuff that have heavy metals in them. You become now walking conductors, which is painful. What do? Do we imagine that the firmament is missing? I think we should just do that, right? That there's free-flowing air constantly going through so that all of this electricity and shit can be dispersed the way it's supposed to. It's not all attacks from government And it's not all attacks from other beings. A lot of this shit is just this is where we are when it comes to technology, and it's affecting our bodies horribly. Some of us are stronger than others, and we can feel discomfort while others feel tremendous pain. They don't all deserve it. It's just their genetic makeup is different. It's important, your bone density and everything like that when it comes to shit like this. The only thing I can say is to just believe that you are immune to all of this, and eventually you let that go and just make that be your belief. I promise this shit will go away with your particular body. It will. Because you believe that you're immune to it, and that you just deflect all of this shit, and you can even imagine your body deflecting all kinds of toxicity for a few seconds, a few moments out of your day, and it will manifest. This is all this world is belief, imagination, belief, and persistence with anticipation that it's going to happen. And that's the magic of everything. Those things happen to other people sometimes. It's not always just some miraculous out of nowhere, a fucking house isn't just going to appear. But when you believe you deserve something, and you stay true to who you are, and that's your belief, you will have somebody wind up giving you a house or letting you in their home or something like that, because it's something you're telling the universe that you desire, and then you're proving that you deserve it. It's like anything in life. For someone like me, you have to prove that you deserve to be in my presence more than just our first meeting, you know? And I will let you know if someone says, well, I would like to talk to you again. Can I have your phone number? No. They're going to expect an explanation, and what you're going to do is you're just going to sit there. You're going to look them in the face for a few seconds, maybe 3. You're going to let it be known that you're serious. Take care. This is for somebody where you spoke to somebody and you just don't like them. Don't act like you like them. That's just going to piss them off more. Now they're going to say that you led them on, or you gave them mixed signals. Well, here's a clear signal. I don't like you. I don't like your top lip. You know what I mean? Whatever it was, you don't have to get that deep, but no. And they're either going to go, okay, which means I think that you're kidding, because all women give me their phone number. Or they're going to go, all right. And their voice is going to go up, which means I'm angry and you embarrassed me. I don't have to fucking say yes. You understand? Do you women go through this a lot? I don't feel like women do this to men often, but I feel women feel pressured to speak to a man again when they're just not fucking interested. Instead of being grateful for the fact that she didn't completely avoid you like the last 5 women did. See, it's the way you're looking at it again. You don't see this as, that's great. You know what I mean? She made me feel like I exist. That should be enough for you. You don't force it at this point. Yeah? Okay. Lay down, Sally. I think Sally... That's... She just waits there for more men to show up. At some point, you're going to have to get up and wash. I don't like you. Yeah, I think you're a little too dirty. It's a different kind of filth. And that matters whether I like you or not. Don't you need someone to talk to? You gotta get some shit out. What you're letting these men do to your body, it's beyond unethical. The Emperor. I'm a man, yes I am, and I can't help but love you so. I also love your reputation that I found out for what you can do with men that I choose to believe. This is a mix of some pretty compelling evidence as well as watching you move. Somebody said to some other beings, I believe that I deserve to be shown how my night would go with this woman. And he was shown that because he earned it. He's that good of a guy. And what he saw and what he felt, more importantly, was like, I may have had one of the most profound experiences that way, and I never even touched her. This makes men nervous about taking you out I'm wondering, am I going to be able to be a gentleman when I'm around this woman? Am I going to be a dirty pig? Am I going to flirt? Does she flirt back? Am I going to jump on her? Is she going to want me to? A lot of overthinking once again. I think you need me. It's so good. I think this guy could think, especially if you're one of these women that was holding out. It's not to be for a hero. It could be a temporary zero with a great deck. It really could, you know. But I think he's thinking, like, she needs me. This came after this, right? This guy's like, ooh, what do I do? Oh, he doesn't know whether to approach you as a man who's kind. You could be a lot like this emperor type of thing where I'm not really even sure which side of me to present. Do I present my rougher, stronger side to this one? Or do I present, I can't tell what she wants? But the thing is, you haven't even reached out yet. It's so endearing, though, because this guy really cares this much. Like, I didn't even send a text message or call or send an email or a messenger, nothing. You're skipping a very important step, because what's going to happen is you're going to be able to tell by the way she responds to something what she's looking for. Yeah, you're going to be able to tell with a passion, right? Don't get left behind. Hold on a second. There was a guy who was on the precipice of just, I didn't want to date them, but I found myself wanting to spend more time with them. And I think that you are the perfect mix of male and female for this guy, because I do think that he's attracted to men, strong men too. Just like women are attracted to beautiful, strong women. It's a different kind of attraction, but it's still there. I think that your defense, the passion that you have for just standing up and being a stand-up kind of woman, whatever stand-up means for you, for someone, if you're actually a comedian and he loves just your personality wherever you go, and for others, it's that you'll stand up and defend and even a man. Am I going to be intimidated by this, though? Am I going to be kind of put in a position to feel lesser than or weaker than? Does she know when I don't need it? What happened? You're not much different when you're like this than these other people who were doing this fucked up shit, because you're allowing yourself to assess this woman when all you've done is heard things so far. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. You can just play center field. Is that what they're trying to say? Like, don't put yourself on base. Don't put yourself in the outfield. Put yourself in center field and just kind of see where you wind up. It may be a really good night and you may wind up as shortstop. You feel me? You just get in the car on your way to the reservation and pull over at a hotel and shit. It could be something like that. Just assume it's going to be that way. If you're this guy that I feel like you are, and this woman is this way, this shit should be just... The only thing that can stop you at this point is yourself. I don't think you have any kind of friends or family anymore that can sway your opinion. And if she's like this, then she didn't have that way before you didn't have that. So stop thinking so much.